Shake Table Lab by Arjun-Edwin Alvarado.
Making the sketch of our tower.
We finished our first story, and now we are adding crossbars.
Now we are starting our second story. We have built the crossbars on the first story.
The first story has been completed, and the second story support bars have been placed.
We have finished the structure, but we still need more crossbars.
Our first story holds 2 sandbags, and our second story held one. The reason is because we use more straws on the foundation than on the second story.
To make the first story stronger, we folded the end of the support bars under the base and taped them.
We think that the foundation of our building is the strongest part. Our base is strong. We strengthen it by not putting them inside each other. In my opinion, that strengthened our base. Also, we doubled the straws that hold up the second story that strengthened the foundation.
Our weakest parts were on the second floor. The second floor base is only supported by a crossbar in the middle of the second story. The fact that we ran out of straws was our biggest issue.
We used our tape a bit excessively to strengthen our structure.
If we had 5 more straws, we would make crossbars on the second story. We used so many straws on the foundation of the building that we only had enough to make an X right through the middle of the second story.
Go.
This picture shows how our building moved. It moved side to side extremely and up and down moderately.
So, Arjun and me, our building held 2 sandbags on the first floor and 1 sandbag on the second. On the second floor. Because when we started shaking, the first story fell on the second story. The second story fell on the first story, and then kind of broke. So our building failed because we didn't have enough straws to make crossbars on the second story. So right when it started shaking, our second story just fell because it didn't have anything to support it. If I was gonna build this over again, Arjun, we would use less straws on the first floor because we didn't have enough to make any crossbars on the second. So I learned not to use your straws wisely and don't use them in a dumb way because then your building's gonna fail pretty much. One thing I liked about it was just building it with Arjun. It was just fun. It was nice to build. Even though we pretty much failed, it was still fun. Yeah.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
How many sandbags did your building support?
Our building supported 1 sandbag on the second story and 2 sandbags on the first story.
Where did your building fail?
Our building failed on the second story.
Oh, that's great. If if you were to do it all over again, what would you change?
I would use less straws on the first story and more straws on the second story to strengthen it.
Oh, sorry. What did you
What did you learn about building earthquake-proof buildings?
That you have to use crossbars or some sort of way to strengthen your building so it doesn't fall.